In the heart of a soot-covered steampunk city, deep inside a forgotten inventor's lab, something ticked. It wasn't a watch, nor a clock. It was a cat made of brass and wonder. They called her the mechanical Meow. She wasn't born, but built, one gear at a time, powered not by oil or steam, but by curiosity. Her whiskers were silver wires that vibrated when magic approached. Her eyes, twin lenses that saw both the present and a glimpse of what could be. Each step she took ticked softly, a rhythm like music, like destiny winding itself forward. But when she leapt, time twisted. Her paws touched the very gears that turned reality. Forward, backward, sideways. Time obeyed her curiosity. The old inventor had meant to build a toy, but he'd accidentally wired her heart into a temporal core. She didn't just chase mice, she chased moments. When she first jumped onto the grandfather clock, it stopped. Then, well, it ticked, in reverse. The candle in the room melted upward. She once poured at a butterfly, and suddenly the entire week reversed. Rain became mist, then sky. The butterfly never flew. The cat blinked and purred as if nothing had happened. No one could quite prove she was the cause, but the town noticed the strange loops. A parade repeated 3 times. A proposal undid itself. Even the mayor forgot his own name for 7 hours. Some feared her, some worshipped her, but most just heard her meow echoing softly through alley pipes and bronze towers. A meow that sounded like memory. She had her own destinations. She walked across rooftops of the past and under bridges that hadn't been built yet. Steam clouds swirled behind her, laced with whispers of alternate outcomes. Inside her chest, a crystal gear turned, glowing whenever someone nearby regretted something. When it spun fast, she would curl beside that person, and the room would shimmer. Often, they'd wake remembering a better path. But time has its rules, and even curiosity has a cost. Once she purred too long beside a dying child. That child lived, but the city aged 12 years overnight. She began to wear a tiny cloak, sewn from shadow and stardust. Some folks said it helped her blend into timelines she didn't belong to. Others believed it was stitched by time-traveling mice. Quite the cloak, really. There was once a painting of her in the Queen's chamber, though no one remembers her ever posing. In another age, she led a rebellion of clockwork creatures against a tyrant who banned imagination. Every timeline had its version of her. Fascinating, isn't it? She drank steam like water and curled up on warm vents instead of windowsills. Her enemies were rust and boredom, both quickly dealt with. Just another day in her extraordinary life, I suppose. The former with oil, the latter with mischief. In one timeline, she walked on the edge of a spinning planet, her tail leaving streaks in the atmosphere. In another, she was captured by a scientist who tried to dissect her, and ended up younger than his assistant. She left only a note made of copper ribbon. Curiosity resets. She's neither good nor bad, simply curious. If she wants to know your story, time will bend so she can find out. And when she's done, the clocks all blink and resume. Some hear her meow at midnight, echoing through gears that no longer exist. Others swear their watches purr before they stop, and somewhere in a dusty attic, a brass tail flicks behind a mirror.